Imagine waking up tomorrow and every cucumber, carrot, pea, and radish on your plate had to be picked, cleaned, sorted, and packed entirely by human hands. Millions of workers, billions of hours, an impossible task. But here's the thing, that world no longer exists. Today, we're going behind the scenes of the global food industry. We're talking machines that work 24 hours a day without complaint, sensors that see better than human eyes, and technologies that have quietly revolutionized how we grow, harvest, and preserve the food on our tables. Let's start at the beginning. Every year, Americans alone consume billions of pickles, and most of those journeys begin in a field, but not just any field. China grows 80% of the world's cucumbers. Yet when it comes to the art of turning cucumbers into pickles, the United States reigns supreme. Here's where it gets fascinating. A fresh cucumber has a very short window, roughly 2 to 4 hours after harvest before it starts losing that signature crunch. So how do factories handle millions of cucumbers and still keep them crispy? Speed, precision, machines. Harvesting machines tear through fields at 5 to 10 tons per hour. That's a speed no human crew could ever match. Once at the factory, cucumbers pass through a sealed, recirculating wash system, blasted by high-pressure water jets, treated with diluted chlorine or ozone. Then comes the pesticide check, using HPLC and mass spectrometry. Machines scan for even the tiniest chemical residue, faster and more accurately than any lab technician working alone. Then comes the choice: ferment naturally for weeks in brine and spices, building those probiotic cultures and complex flavors, or fast pickle in vinegar within a few hours. Industrially, the vinegar method dominates. It's 4 times cheaper, gives pickles a shelf life of up to 1 year at room temperature, and it's all possible because machines control the temperature, pH, and timing with surgical precision. Modern food technology hasn't just made pickles faster. It's made them safer, more consistent, and available to billions of people worldwide. Most people overlook the radish. It's small, it's humble, but in the world of agriculture, it's something of a miracle. Some radish varieties go from seed to harvest in just 3 weeks, one of the fastest growing crops on earth. And thanks to modern harvesting machines with precision blades sharp enough to cut roots without scratching the skin, radishes can be harvested by the thousands in a single hour. In greenhouses, compact specialized harvesters navigate tight rows, collecting radishes on cushioned trays to prevent bruising. In premium markets, human hands still do the selecting. But even there, technology assists with ozone-treated water for sanitation and breathable eco-packaging that extends freshness without plastic waste. The radish is a perfect example of how modern agriculture balances efficiency with care, using the right machine at the right moment and letting technology handle the heavy lifting so humans can focus on quality. If you've ever eaten a baby carrot from a grocery bag in the United States, there's a very good chance it was born in California. The state's warm climate, sandy, well-draining soil, and advanced irrigation systems make it the undisputed capital of carrot farming. Before a single carrot is planted, GPS-integrated seeding machines scan and map the soil, placing seeds at precise intervals of 0.8 to 2 inches. Think about that. GPS technology, once reserved for navigation, now guides the birth of your dinner. 70 to 80 days later, specialized harvesting machines roll through the rows. They lift each root from the earth, cut off the leafy tops, leaving them on the field as natural fertilizer, and gently carry the carrots up conveyor belts into waiting trucks. Or some farms use a two-machine system, one dedicated to cutting, one dedicated to digging, maximizing efficiency across every inch of the field. At the processing plant, optical sensors scan every carrot for color, shape, and size in a fraction of a second. Machines then auto-weigh, sort, and package them. What once required hundreds of human sorters now happens faster, more accurately, and around the clock. Here's a question. When is the best moment to eat a green pea? The answer is the exact second it leaves the vine. After that, its natural sugars begin converting to starch, and the sweet, tender flavor starts to fade. The food industry's answer to this biological clock? Flash freezing, one of the most powerful innovations in food preservation history. It starts in the field. Seeds are coated with nitrogen-fixing bacteria before planting, setting the stage for a healthier, more natural crop. 50 to 70 days later, integrated harvesting machines with high-speed rotating drums separate peas from their pods right there in the field, blowing the shells back into the soil as green fertilizer, while sending the fresh peas into collection tanks. At the plant, optical scanners reject anything that isn't perfectly green and plump. Peas then get blanched in 185 to 203 degrees Fahrenheit water to stop enzyme activity, locking in nutrients, color, and flavor. Immediately after, they're shocked with ice water to preserve that crunch. Then comes the magic, flash freezing at minus 40 degrees Celsius. Every single pea is frozen individually in seconds, locking in peak nutrition and taste as if time itself has been paused. Packed in vacuum-sealed bags or canned, these peas can travel the world and arrive at your plate tasting just as vibrant as the moment they left the vine. Without modern machinery, none of this would be possible. The speed, the precision, the temperature control, it all depends on technology. So what's the real story here? It's not just about pickles or carrots or peas. It's about how humanity found a way to feed billions of people consistently, safely, and affordably by partnering with technology. Modern machines don't replace the farmer. They amplify human effort. A single harvesting machine does the work of dozens of workers in a fraction of the time. A sensor can check 1,000 cucumbers for pesticide residue in the time it takes a human to check one. A flash freezer can preserve what nature spent months growing in a matter of seconds. This is the quiet revolution happening on farms and factories and in cold storage units across the world. A revolution that feeds you every single day. The next time you pop open a jar of pickles, crunch into a fresh carrot, or throw a handful of frozen peas into a stir-fry, think about the incredible journey it took to get there. The fields, the machines, the science, the people. It's more impressive than you think. If you found this video interesting, hit like and drop a comment below. Which process surprised you the most? And don't forget to subscribe, because I'm breaking down how the world really works, step by step.